just finished watching the Billie Eilish documentary, and it made me want to talk about the things I experience as a human being, as a human girl, because some things I like maybe haven't opened up about, and there are a lot of things that are not discussed on social media, especially when it comes to daily personal struggles and stuff like that. And I saw the importance, and she emphasized the importance of sharing her art because it makes people know, it helps people know that they're not alone. And just that notion in itself, like if I can talk about my experience and it helps someone not feel alone, then why am I not talking about it? You know, all the crazy things that I might think are fucked up, or like I should keep private, or like taboo to talk about, I should talk about, because I want to be that person. I want to be that vessel. I want to help you realize that you are not alone. And I know people say that all the time. They're like, "You're not alone." Like people are like, but like, let me just talk about some things and see if any of it either makes you feel better about your situation, because I'm just crazy, or it makes you feel not alone, or whatever. Okay, so let's begin. I don't even know what I'm going to talk about, like in specifics, but I'm just gonna go off the dome here. Okay. So my life on a daily basis, no matter how spiritual I am, is very emotional, and I have a lot of insecurities, physical insecurities, personality insecurities, just I have insecurities when it comes to the whole embodiment of myself. And I've built a lot of self-love to combat these insecurities, or at least like I prioritize the things that make me confident versus my insecurities, but my insecurities are there and have been there since I became conscious. And I sometimes wake up and I won't look at myself in the mirror because I'm afraid of what I'll look like. I have a really hard time looking at myself in the eyes in the mirror because I immediately start judging my face or judging myself. And it's a bad habit. It's just a bad habit. And it's a subconscious thing that I do that I don't mean to do. And same thing with looking at my body in a mirror. If I'm about to take a shower, I look at my body and I also critique the heck out of it. And it discourages me very highly, you know? And I'm at a very good place with my body right now. And I actually love it more than I hate it as of late, but it's still something that I judge. And I, before this video, put on eyebrow makeup because eyebrow makeup is something that I've kept on since I started doing my eyebrows, probably in freshman year of high school. Every single day since freshman year of high school, I've kept my eyebrow makeup on. Like, I will take a full shower and not wipe off my eyebrows, because looking at myself without eyebrows, because my eyebrows are really sparse to the point where they almost look like they're not there, is really disheartening. And I remember crying to my parents. I wouldn't even take my eyebrows off in front of my family. And if I accidentally rubbed them off, I would like run to my room and make sure that like my mom, dad, and sisters wouldn't see me, because I was that insecure about my eyebrows. And I remember just like crying one day and like mustering up the courage to go up to them and cry about how they looked. I didn't have them on at the time. Have them on is so funny. It literally was like makeup. But I went up to them and I was like, guys, I'm so ugly. Like, why am I ugly? Like, please, can we fix me? Like, I'm so ugly. Like, is there like a permanent makeup or like surgery or something that I can get? Like, I'm just so ugly. And like, they're like, no, like, you're beautiful. I'm like, stop. I have no eyebrows. Everyone has eyebrows. Anyway, before this video, I drew on my eyebrows, you know, because it's a freaking habit. I'm not used to seeing myself without it. I only just recently started being comfortable with my naked face. I used to fall asleep with a full face of makeup and eyelashes, like foundation, concealer, powder, lashes, eyeliner, lipstick, everything, every night. And I would take it off in the morning only to do it again so that it looked fresh. Sometimes I would just go on top of the makeup, which is really nasty and bad for your skin. So probably don't do it, but I did that for years, especially in Los Angeles, because I felt a lot of pressure to be perfect and be beautiful, and my features are not popular, I would say, in social media. I would say only kind of recently, like, I have wide set eyes. Wide set eyes have become like something that is admired, or like I see people with them and I'm like, oh my god, they're so beautiful, so I feel like more secure having like my naked face. But I would always wear huge lashes and huge liner because I wanted to hide the fact that my eyes were small and that they were wide set. So there's that. I also obviously got a nose job because I was very insecure about my nose before. And my entire social media history has been me with nose filler. So if you want to look at my before nose, that's not even my before nose. It's me with nose filler. So my before nose like was completely different from that. Like my nose filler nose looked really good. I loved it, but it was not my real nose. So that's another thing. And now that I got a rhinoplasty, it comes with a whole new set of weirdness, because there's certain faces I feel like I can't make because my like nostrils look weird or my nose looks weird or something, and now I need new angles in photos, and it just like why can't I find a happy medium? Why can't I just fucking live and exist without critiquing every single little detail of myself? And that's not even going into all of it physically. Those are just some of the things. I mean, we're being like so dead ass right now, and I'm gonna be like so like transparent. Like I'm insecure about my hands and my fingers because I have small nail beds. So I have like toe thumbs. I have like toe fucking fingers, guys, and I'm so but like I've always been insecure about my hands. I used to hold things like this because I was so insecure about my fingernails. Like I would like hold things like this, like I'm not kidding. Like now I get my nails done by my lovely girl and it's amazing, and they stay on for weeks, and I'm so happy, and I feel so much more secure with my hands. But that's another huge thing. You know my job, right? Wink wink. I've never sold feet pics because I'm also insecure about my feet. Like I have horrible feet, and I'm not just saying that like, oh my god, no, really, they look like man feet. Like I used to get made fun of as a kid about my feet. Like that's how bad they are, okay? So that's just physical stuff out of the way. Internally and like personality wise and everything, oh my god, first of all, I absolutely need to talk to somebody about getting diagnosed with autism, because I know it's such a long process that it's kind of been daunting. Like I'll talk to a psychiatrist about other stuff, but I think like an autism assessment is like 3 hours long, and I'm like, do I want to do that? You know, I put it off. But personality-wise, I've always been really shy unless I'm drunk. And shy to the point where I feel like, well, one, I still have problems like ordering my own food or making my own phone calls, and having small talk with people in public, especially like service workers or whatever. Like, I need a lot of bravery in order to talk. And it also gives me shame because I also do want to talk to them. There is just like something like stopping my ability to, and I don't know what it is. I think it's maybe insecurity in myself as well, or in my insecurity in having conversations. But if I'm in the situation where I have to be social, I can absolutely like be like, ha ha ha, like, oh my God, yay, and like keep up. But also at the same time, doing that completely drains me, which also makes me want to see literally no one. And I've always loved being by myself and having my own company, because then it means that I don't have to talk to anyone and I don't have to do anything. So, talking to people in public, talking to strangers, like, I really admire people who can greet everyone, talk to everyone, and are like really bubbly and are just really friendly. And I try to be that whenever I do speak, and like I try to show as much love as I can. But because I can't keep up with it consistently, it's really hard for me to show that to someone, because I don't want to give them a false impression that this is who I am. Oh my God, I'm so social and so bubbly. Oh, like, talk to me all the time. Because then they're going to expect that of me, and I can't keep up with that. And it has ruined or like damaged friendships in the past, because they have this expectation of me and I can't follow through, and they think I'm being like malicious or mean or rude. And, you know, some people take it personally when you don't respond or whatever, and it is just something I feel like that is out of my control. I think that it's also ADHD, but I have social insecurities. I used to have really bad social anxiety, but I've obviously overcome it. Look at me on social media, guys. What else? There are certain people that like, there are certain conversations that I can't keep up with. Blueberries running around. Which also gives me a really hard time. I have like delayed processing, I think also because of my ADHD, but somebody will say something and it takes me a few seconds to like register what they're saying, and they're already saying something else. So in a lot of conversations with like really social people, or like really bubbly, or like whatever, like just people who can talk really fast, I feel really dumb. I feel really stupid, and I have no idea what they're talking about. And it literally makes my heart do this. And I'm like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. Like, act normal, say things, respond. And I like sometimes will just mock what they say, because I don't know what to say. Like, I don't know what to say. So I just mock, like I repeat what they said back to me. Let me try and give you an example of that. Like, for example, like if somebody's talking really fast to me and they're like, oh my God, look at that bee. Like, just as a sly comment in the middle of the conversation, I'll be like, ooh, bee. Like, something like that. And that's the only way I respond to the whole conversation. I hope that makes sense. What else? I'm a crybaby. Like, I was just sobbing in the backyard today, and because I like had to like see the sky. I had to go be in the world because I've just been rotting in my room for a few days. I don't want to do anything, can't do anything, haven't exercised in a while. Haven't picked up a book. I did like a day ago, but it's just like I'm so out of whack. And in the backyard today, I was just crying because I keep up with social issues, and I was watching something regarding and it fucking broke my heart into a million pieces, seeing footage that disturbing. Obviously, fucking shreds me to the core. So I was like just sobbing in my backyard for like 30 minutes and like head on the ground, like fucking like crying, looking at the sky, like why, like literally audibly saying why, like am I crazy? I think that's human, but I cry about a lot of things. I'm sensitive about a lot of things, and because I grew up in an unsafe environment, I like question people's love for me too. Like I'm always looking for like danger, and I think that's like a PTSD instinct to like constantly assess for danger. Like, but so, like my boyfriend Wanty could say something completely harmless, and I'm like, do you mean this? Do you mean to say this? What? Like, are you saying this? Like, do you not love, you know? I'm that girl. Unfortunately, and I've healed. I do it like way less now, and I'm very good at mostly not doing that. But I do it. Okay, I do, and it's also probably rooted in insecurity and putting myself out there. I think I got a comment on my last video about how to put yourself out there and how to push past the mental block, because I mean, the mental block is the hardest thing ever. I solely and completely relied on my medication for that, and I'm going to be so honest, like my medication is the only reason I finally stopped being so in my head, because now, like on days where I'm off it, I'm on an antidepressant that is consistently in my system. So, but it also helps treat ADHD. So that antidepressant ADHD medication like keeps me going even when I don't take my ADHD medication. So, but on days where I'm not on my ADHD medication, my mind still gets crazy. Like for example, today I didn't take it because I'm just fucking at home, and my mind is so wild, so cuckoo. I get frustrated like this. I get emotional like this. I like am fucking having a million conversations in my head like this. Like everything is so much harder and so much heavier. And now I'm like, oh, that's why I needed it. Because before, the only reason that I even started a YouTube channel and got the bravery to do it is because I just started my medication. It just kicked in, because it took like a month or two to kick in, and it just kicked in, and I was like, oh my God, why didn't I just do it? It was an idea that I had in my head and that I was talking about with my friends for at least a year. And all it took was for me to get this medication, for me to be like, oh my God, why don't I just do it? Oh, it's better than not doing it. Like finally something clicked, okay? So without the medication process, let me just tell you this. The way to get out of your head and do the thing that you want to do is to do it badly. Do it badly. Because only by doing it, you're going to learn how to do it right. And I learned this with makeup, okay? I had to do makeup badly for a while before I got good at it. But if I never started it, if I never did it, I wouldn't be good at it now. And I'm glad that I'm good at it now. So I'm glad I started YouTube, because I had to be bad at it first, or do it. I just had to do it in order to learn my process. What am I gonna like? Like, when am I gonna like filming? What's my schedule gonna be like? Whatever. Like, you have to do it. Sorry, Blueberry's like eating this thing, and it's so loud. Blueberry! 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 Should I get him? Like, is it distracting? I can't hear what you guys are hearing. Blueberry, come here. Come on. Come here. You don't get, hold on. Come here. Come on. Come here. want a treat? Come on. The rabbit is here. Come here. Sorry, brief intermission, guys. I'm a rabbit owner and he needs me. Here. Good boy. Imagine it wasn't even distracting and I just did all that. And I just gave him something else crunchy. Oh my God, I'm so good at problem solving. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh, you have to do it badly in order to do it at all. And something that inspired me a lot too was like a post saying that if you want to be a poet, just write a poem. If you want to be a writer, just write something. If you want to be a guitarist, just play the guitar. If you want to be a musician, make music. Like, you don't have to be the perfect version of it in order to be it. So for example, to be a YouTuber, you don't have to be a perfect YouTuber to be a YouTuber. You just have to make YouTube videos. For social media, to be a TikToker, you don't have to be the best TikToker in order to be a TikToker. You just have to make the videos. So to do what you want to do, you have to do it. And that only clicked for me wildly enough when I got the medication. But I hope that that can help. If that's all you need, if that's all the info you need, freaking just do it, okay? And believing in yourself will also help a lot, because I also was really like journaling and reading and like building up my belief in myself and building up this courage and like watching people that did what I want to do, watching people be authentic, watching people succeed just by being themselves. I watched that and I like took it in and I took it as a sign to be myself. So that also amplified my belief. So it is a combination of a bunch of things, but yeah, I don't know how I started that, but I don't know how I started that. So we're just gonna keep going about the things that I not struggle with, but like that I experience as a human being. What else? Binge eating. I struggled a lot with binge eating growing up, and it was because I mean I was a tall girl in elementary. I was like 5 feet in elementary school, and I'm 5'5" now, so I didn't grow much since then, but I've always been like a tall girl, and because of that, my parents stopped treating me like a baby very early. Like, my dad stopped carrying me out of the car when I was asleep to the couch, like, by elementary school. But that also contributed to my eating habits, because my sisters, like, didn't eat much, were very picky eaters. I was never a picky eater, and my dad would get meals, and I'd be like, it's really encouraged in Hispanic culture, Latino culture, to eat. They're like, oh my God, eat, do you want some more food? Like, whatever. And the more you eat, like, the better you are, because they love cooking, right? So I got a lot of praise for eating. A lot of praise. I got a lot of praise for eating as much as my dad, too. And to the point where I started making myself, like, it made me feel really good to eat past the point of full, because I was like, oh my God, like, I just ate as much as my dad. Like, oh, yeah, you guys eat your little pigeon food. Like, I'm eating as much as my dad. What? Anyway, that obviously contributed to my eating habits growing up. I did not listen to my hunger cues at all. I ate past the point of full. And when I started making my own money and I lived in LA in my own apartment, my diet was everything. My diet and my eating habits were horrible. Like, just for example, my snack would be like a family size bag of Takis. And then 30 minutes later, I'd be like, oh, I want pizza rolls. I would make 20 pizza rolls. And then I'd eat all the pizza rolls, obviously. And then 30 minutes later, I'd be like, ooh, I'm really craving Dave's Hot Chicken. It's like a hot chicken place. I would get 2 chicken sandwiches, extra sauce, fries, and I would eat all of that. And then 30 minutes later, it's whatever else I'm craving. It's like, that's what my daily diet was. So whenever I first moved to LA, I put on like 30, 40 pounds or something like that. I didn't weigh myself at my heaviest, so that's just a guesstimate. But I got really like, I gained weight and I didn't even know it. I had like reverse body dysmorphia. Like I was still shopping in stores and like looking at small or like looking at medium, and then I'm like, why doesn't it fit? I had no idea. Like literally had no idea. And it took a stomach bug that like literally I couldn't even drink water with it for days because I would just pick it back up. It took that to make me eat a little bit less. Like I remember after that, I was so scared of eating because I was throwing up water. So when I drank a sip, so I was like, okay, let me just like eat this and like let's hope it works. And I would eat that and I'm like, oh, I'm full. And then next thing I'd test a little bit and then I'd eat it and I'm like, oh, okay, I'm full. And that's when I learned what full was because I didn't listen to that before. I would eat past the point of my stomach hurting. And that was for years. Even whenever I did lose a lot of the weight, my struggles with food and stuff like haven't stopped. But now like I've been on diets, I've exercised, I've lifted, I've literally done everything under the sun to try and lose the weight, but nothing has kept it off. And the only thing now that is helping me is eating what I crave. And eating without restriction consistently actually made me realize that, oh, I can just have that later or I can have that tomorrow. Like, instead of not having it at all. Like, I had a few months where I cut out sugar completely. And I wanted to eat a croissant. I wanted to eat ice cream. I wanted to eat a fucking cookie, okay? I wanted to eat things that I wanted to eat. And I couldn't. And I was like, yeah, this is working and I look great and I feel great and I'm getting good sleep, but I can't enjoy the full spectrum of life. How do I do this without robbing myself of the things that I love and enjoy? I love snacks. I love food. I love trying new food. I love trying beautiful desserts and beautiful pastries. Like, I'm going on such a big tangent here, but like, I feel like I have to talk about this in case you're experiencing the same. Like, so I just started testing it out. I was like, okay, let me just start eating what I want. And I was so into working out that I also felt like, oh, like I'm not hungry right now and I'm not craving chicken, but I'm gonna eat chicken because I have to for the protein. Or, oh, I'm not hungry right now, but I have to eat vegetables, so I'm gonna eat these vegetables. And sometimes it would be a surplus. Obviously, all that matters is a calorie deficit. So I would not only eat the things that I wasn't craving, I would eat them, and then I would also eat what I was craving. So now what I'm doing, which is a simple solution, instead of telling myself, oh, I should eat this because this, now I just eat whatever my body wants. Like, this is what how my habits have been lately. I have food hyperfixations, but for example, for a few days, like for breakfast, I would just have a bunch of watermelon with tahini and lime. A bunch, because that's what I was craving. And then I would have a matcha, and then I would have whatever else I was craving. Oh, I want frozen yogurt for lunch. Okay, I'm gonna have frozen yogurt for lunch. For dinner, what do I want for dinner? Let's see, maybe watermelon, but also, what else was I craving? This is like a couple weeks ago. What was I having for dinner? Oh, some form of Erewhon. I'd have a little bit of steak and whatever I was craving from Erewhon. And then more recently, it's been these like cheese balls from Ubatuba, which is an acai place. They're like a Brazilian cheese ball. Come with six cheese balls and an acai bowl. I've been eating that for like probably 4 days straight. I had it for breakfast, and then I just had it for dinner, and then for lunch in between, I had like a snack that I was craving, which was like a chocolate bar. Like, I'm just like, I'm not putting restrictions on myself anymore. There are days where I only eat pastries. It's the only thing I eat. I'm only eating like a scone and a blueberry muffin and like a sugar coffee and like fucking like ice cream cone with like extra sprinkles and then frozen yogurt. There are days where I only consume sugar. But it has made me realize that food is always accessible, and it satisfying my cravings in that way, and not telling myself like, oh no, but I should eat protein, I should get this, I should be eating that, I shouldn't be eating that. Getting that completely out of my mind has helped so much, because now I can eat what I want and it's not reflecting poorly on my body. So that's my tangent about dieting. That's just what works for me. Obviously, according to your own health and whatever, do what works for you. But that is something that I've always struggled with, is my weight, my body, and just feeling good about it, inside, outside, whatever. What else personality wise? Let's see. I'm spinning. I identify really heavily with being too much, which is something that I've also tried to work on, because of all the trauma that I experienced, and like how my childhood wasn't gentle or like safe to be myself in. I always felt shame around being myself. I always felt like, just for example, that I talk too much. Oh my God, it's been 32 minutes. See? I talk too much. I'm too loud. If I'm speaking too loud in a video or something, like I'm like, oh my God, like it literally hurts my ears. I think too much, I cry too much, and then me being as insecure as I am and like asking questions like can overwhelm people, and then I'm like, oh my God, I'm too much, you shouldn't be friends with me, you shouldn't be dating me, like whatever. And that's just like a narrative that has been dominating my life for a while, and identifying it really helped, because now I'm aware of it and now I can actually work on it. But that's another thing, and that's why I understand a bunch of people online. I understand people online when they talk about their depression. Billie Eilish was just talking about her depression, her self-harm, and like her self-esteem, and she was like talking about how like her ability to be happy was non-existent. And I saw myself in her a lot, and I think that it is really like a universal girl experience, or just universal experience in general, being a teen in this age or in this time. And that's why I want to like talk about it more, because not that I want to build a community of like trauma bonding and like darkness and like, oh my God, guys, like let's all be insecure together. No, that's not what I'm trying. It's like we are in it together, for sure. We are in it together, and I'm not gonna lie to you and say that I don't deal with mental health issues. I'm not gonna lie to you and say I don't deal with insecurities, or that I don't experience too muchness, or that I don't experience like problems, you know, and that I don't experience normal human things. I think what I experience is completely a normal human thing. I think everybody struggles with like these things to an extent, maybe, but we all try our best to hide it. We all try our best to put our best smiles on and walk forward and act like it doesn't exist. And I think in doing so, it does a lot of damage, because there is no outlet for it. So we're just covering, it's like putting a Band-Aid on a gunshot wound, you know? Like we're just covering up the pain with a facade, with denial, And denial is not how you get through things. And I'm not saying don't act confident when you don't feel confident. Absolutely do. And fake it till you make it is so real. But you need to do it with intention. And the intention should be, I deserve love. And I know that I deserve love and that my heart is good, or that who I am is more beautiful than how I look. And who I am, me being as unique as I am, is beautiful. Even if I'm not perfect. Working with these things and embracing that confidence and emitting that confidence, even when you don't really, really, really feel it and there's still those like creeping thoughts, that's when it's good. Because I think that the people who project and like bully and whatever are the people who are not working with those things and are not putting intention into working on those things. And it is completely a coping mechanism. It's completely self-defense, and it's self-soothing. Like, haters or bullies do it to self-soothe because they don't feel good inside. And so the only people who will try to bring you down are the people who think you're above them. I heard this, I think, back in middle school or elementary or something, and it really stuck with me because it's so true. Why would anyone try to bring me down unless they think I'm above them? And so, and not in like an egotistical way, but just from like a human standpoint, some people struggle. You know, a lot of people struggle internally with the same issues we may, but everybody deals with it in a different manner, and none of it deserves judgment. We are all just human beings. We are all just human beings, and we all deserve love, and we all deserve our process to getting there, you know? But work with these things to build that confidence. Like, I know all these things about myself that I just mentioned, and voicing it doesn't mean like, oh, okay, like that's just who I am. Like, I'm still working on believing I'm beautiful as I am. I'm still working on believing that I am perfect inside and out, and that I am lovable, and that my body is beautiful because I have a body, and my face is beautiful because it's my face, and my brain is beautiful because it's my brain. All these things are things I'm working on, but I just don't want to deny the rest, because then it just, I think like I've always been, because of my insecurities, envious of people who don't struggle in the way that I do. But I don't know that. I don't know that people are not struggling in the way that I do. They could be, but they just do a good job of hiding it, which is why I'm like, I don't want you to think that I don't struggle with the same things, or that I don't struggle with things. I do. And this is me letting you know that I do. And that you really, really are not alone. And there are so many people out there, even the most perfect looking, with the most perfect looking lives and the most perfect looking relationship, like they are still experiencing problems and insecurities that they will likely never voice ever out loud, especially on social media. So that's why I'm you know, like, this is gonna be my what's it called? Confession. Like, this is my confession that I am a human being and I go through things, and and what? I'm a human being and I go through things. Maybe that's all. Maybe that's the whole point. And it's okay to. It's okay to. And this is a safe space too. This is a safe space to be who you are. you can let out a big sigh of relief and just be like, okay, I'm not the only one walking around with these things. And if most people in the world are walking around with these things and are still successful, that means I can be too. If people who are very insecure can still make it, I can too. If people who have struggled with trauma can make it, maybe I can too. You know, like I hope that this provides a sense of relief and a sense of family and a sense of like, we are in this together. And we are in this together because we are humans. We are both humans. And being a human being is all it takes to understand each other. You know, like all this like separation and like all the things in the world trying to make us, the human population, believe that we are different somehow because of like different beliefs, skin color, race, geographic location, like culture. Did I say that already? I don't know. Like all these things. We're not different. We are not different. We are all human beings. And that's why we are in this together. We just have to realize it. So yeah, I hope that helps. And I did not intend on talking this long. And if you stayed this long, comment a heart, any color heart. I love hearts. I have a heart tattoo. Have I told you? I have a heart tattoo. It was my first tattoo, and my other tattoo says lucky, cause duh. And then my other tattoo is blueberry. It's blueberry laying down. I need to stop rambling. But yeah, I hope that somehow me putting my business out there helps someone. Let me know if it does. But seriously, I love you so much, and to everyone that watches my videos consistently and comments all the nice things about like being eager to watch my content or like watching all my content or whatever, all of that means so much to me, and it really encourages me to keep going. Your support is everything to me, and I fall asleep with a smile and with so much love in my heart, knowing that it means something to you, and I feel very connected to you, and I love you. And I hope that you have the most amazing day, night, morning, afternoon, everything, forever. Okay, I have to stop. Seriously, I have to stop talking. I love you so much. Bye.